Good day, everybody. This is Lone Eagle 112358. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it so very much. I really do. So we're gonna continue on with the human anatomy, and we're gonna finish off the skull series. Okay, I think this is the last video for it. Basically, we're gonna finish off with the temporals with these new additions we have, and the jaw. Oh, and the hyoid. And we're gonna talk about how each feature is a huge positive. So the purpose of my videos is to show people that the changes via the Mandela Effect are for the better, and to come to this channel and feel a little bit at ease, because I do know for a fact a lot of other channels pump out fear, or they don't know what they're talking about, so it goes straight to fear. They see something, it's just like, it's just like the movies, you don't know what it is, kill it. Well, you don't need to think that way on this channel when you come here. I am going to go through each one of these changes. On the left temporal side, we already went through the skull, the nasal cavity, the holes in the face with all these, there's over 80 of them all over the skull. Check out the other videos. The links are in the description, part 1, 2, and 3. So let's get started here. Actually, I'd like to start with this. So the purpose of the video again is to show through the human anatomy and geography via Google Earth that everything you see is for the better. It's a bonus. Plus. Thank you. Yeah, I'm a big goof like that. So basically, listen, my last three videos, you saw how everything was a plus. I just watched a video, someone put out a video last night on they're using the same program, and they got a bunch of people talking, and they're going through each body part, but they're freaking out over each body part, and I was very disappointed in that. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's that type of video making. It has to stop using. For one example, oh my God, look at the side of that skull. It's all crushed. It's all caved in. This person must have migraines all the time. I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? Oh, whoops, I swore. Sorry. That's the type of stuff I'm trying to get you guys away from. But that's on you guys. All I could do is show you love. Yeah, love. So let's get started here, all right? Like I said, if you're feeling anxious during any video you're watching, you should probably stop watching that show, or that show immediately, because fear breeds hate and anger and insecurities, and it's gonna wrap you in a blanket of fear if you keep watching that stuff. So please stop. Alright, so what we've got here is the left arch. We're just going to focus on this. It's the same thing on the other side. So the 5 bones that make up this arch and this whole feature inside here are the left parietal, the left temporal, left zygomatic, the sphenoid, and the frontal. Now all of these 5 bones put together form a beautiful structure that's just... Our skull is like a mini tank now, okay? That's all I got to say. So first, let's talk about the thickness of the skull. So when you're using this program, guys, look down here. Use this. Click on that. It's a scalpel. Boom. Takes away any bone part you're looking at. All right. So we're going to take away that and that. And then when you're done with that, click on it again so you can start moving and stuff. Basically, what we have here is what I feel is, and I need anybody that's a nurse, a doctor, or knows the skull or the thickness of skulls and bones, is this right here. It does look a little thicker, but again, I have nothing to base that on other than my gut. Okay. And you know what? I have other things to base it off of. So let's take a look inside the skull. Now you see this cross ridge right here. You're gonna see it on the other side right there. Okay. That ridge continues, like you see how it's right there. What continues up? Look right here. Notice how much thicker it is in that region where the ridge is. I guarantee you saw through right here, it's going to be that thick right there as well. And it's in a strategic pattern too. You see it right here coming down. So what we've got here, and it just comes all the way down here, underneath. The skull used to be this giant hole underneath. This giant big hole. Now it's got bone enclosed. It's got a little shock absorber right here. We're going to talk about that too. I might have talked about that bone already. If I'm repeating myself on certain bones, I apologize. So basically what we've got here is inside the skull is much stronger and outside the skull is much stronger. You see these ridges here, okay? And it continues forth right here. This is all solid bone right in here, so that's another very important factor. That's the left temporal bone that we're talking about. Well, on this side it is, that side is the right one. On this side, look at the thickness right here. Okay, so imagine right here, look how thick that is, okay? And then it's tied into this bone right here, the occipital bone, okay? Now, I do agree that there was an occipital bone. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the occipital bone was probably up to here, or was like open right here. It did not come around and close in on itself like this that we see here. But what else I am seeing is this part here. I might have repeated this in another video. If I did, I apologize. But right here, you see, if someone were to fall in the back of the head, all like this way, all depending on which way this shock is added, like it just looks like a shock absorber, okay, right there. So the bone is structurally sound everywhere. Right here, look at that, nice and thick. Sorry, I got my cat crawling on me. Alright, so let's close up this skull so we can continue. So we sally forth. Alright. Hello there, pretty. You got some nice cheekbones. So basically, what we've got here with this arch, okay, we've got these two bones forming the arch, the left zygomatic and the left temporal. They both reach out, and you can see that the left temporal has more of the arch, like the arm is longer than it would be here. And this is more of a stable position, like it's more of a foundation. Well, there's a purpose to that, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. So we got this long reaching arch that comes from the left temporal attaching to this left zygomatic, and then the zygomatic starts to convex right here. It all depends on which way you're looking at it. If you're looking at it this way, it'd be concave, right? But right now we'll say convex. I hope I'm getting that right. Convex structure, which continues right here. So it's deep right here, and it's long. It's like this way too, and you can see it wraps underneath around. It doesn't just, okay, let's get rid of that name there, and let's get rid of this jaw. Oh, I love this program so much. You see what I mean? See right here, it comes down and continues with that convex style right here. And then we got some convex action right here. This is creating the arm right here on the left temporal. And now look at this new unique feature, right? Look at this. This is really cool. Look on the left parietal and look on this side right here. You're going to see this ridge right here. Do you see that? And there's another one. Hold on. Oh, there it is. They're very hard to see. Here, oh, there you go. You see it on this side? Boom, boom. You see that? It starts at this crack here. I don't know the medical term for these creases or cracks, but they start here and they come down like this. Don't know why I can see it better on this side. Oh, there you go. See? And when they come down over on here, they loop. That's what these. So you see these two, they come down, and then they meet here. They come back up, and all the way back around. You guys see that? I don't see anything involving the front. Here, let's get rid of these. I don't see any ridge action happening on the forehead bone, the frontal. Okay, but look at the ridge right here. That's much thicker. That's a new thing. You don't even notice it on the other side, but look at the ridge. I will say this. I don't know if there was a ridge there before or not, but I'm going to say there probably wasn't. And look right here. I bet you that's much thicker as well. It is too. You can see the ridges. So I didn't even notice that in my first video. My first video was talking about the eye sockets and how much stronger they are. Well, how much, like when you get a stick in the eye, it's gonna hit this bone and it's gonna stop from hitting your brain. So you have a better chance of surviving. But not only that, look at the ridges on the eye sockets on the opposite side. They're rigidity, which means the bone is thicker, and same on the forehead. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. You've got a tank for a skull. That is so beautiful. And people are freaking out. Well, you know why they're freaking out? Because they're not examining it. They're not digging deep, okay? You gotta dig deep. You gotta dig deep into these Mandela effects. Can't just be like, oh, a change and that's it, and then walk away from it. So basically, we've got all these bones. Well, how my cat wants to crawl on me so bad. We've got all these bones connecting, okay? And you can see why now that they've had to split it up here. Where you've got all these crevices and cracks. Please, someone with the proper technical term that educate me on this, please, or us, thank you. They all act like, oh, here's another little bone there too. That one's in on it too. Didn't even see that. So that's your maxilla. Okay. There's just so much action going on in here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. All put together. So here's the outcome of this. So we've got all this acne. You see all that? How long is this video? 10 minutes. Not bad. I tried this video 3 times. It was 20 minutes each time. So with all these bones put together, structured the way they are, with this left temporal forming its arm over here, okay, onto the left zygomatic, and then all this convex action happening all over the skull, inside, right here, all over. We all went through it together. This is a beautiful shock absorber. Okay? So when you fall on your face, when you fall sidewards or sideways, or in this direction here or this direction, this is going to absorb a lot of the shock. Okay? Or this shock here is going to absorb a lot of the impact. Okay? This is going to greatly reduce, and the skull being thicker everywhere, it's going to greatly reduce concussions, brain damage. This part here of the brain is where the brachia. Hold on, let me remember here. I have it. I'm looking at some notes here. Let's see. Sorry about that. I should have had these notes out already. Oh yeah, the brachias? The brachias area. Here, I gotta check it out. Sorry. Yeah, look, the Broca's area. I'm probably saying this wrong again. You guys could educate me. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I could just look it up right now. Broca. Okay, so basically this is the part of the brain that's speech. You know what I mean? So now we don't have to worry about, and if we do suffer a brain injury, then, or a head injury, we won't lose our speech. And that's very important because, you know, how many of us, oh my lord, I'm a huge MMA fan, and one of my favorites was cochlea, and I heard him speak. Ooh, it was bad, and I almost cried. And that's when I started backing off sports. That's when I realized, man, this guy lost his speech because he took a lot of damage right here from punching, cheekbone area and jaw. Anyway, like I said, this is a shock absorber, guys. Both sides with the thickness paired with the thickness of the skull all around everywhere, and the enclosure of the occipital bone all the way around with the shock absorber right here. Now it's new to me. I don't even know if it's a shock absorber. It looks like one, but I could be totally wrong. But yeah, so let's move on here quickly because it's starting to eat up a lot of time. Okay, and now we're going to move on to the jaw because there's not much to the jaw except for 3 things. One, see the ridge right here on the jaw? I'm feeling it right now on my jaw. I could touch it right now and feel it. Go ahead, touch your jaw. Feel that part right there. You feel that bump? I feel it. Weird. So there's that. Well, it's not bad weird. I don't mean, it's just weird. Okay, it's weird. We're not used to this. Okay, give me 100 years with this jaw and I'll be like, wow, that's normal. It's not weird. What are you talking about? Look at the thickness of the jaw everywhere. Okay, this is where I need nurses and doctors and people in med school. From my world. Let me get that clear. Because I know everybody from here is like, yeah, it's how it's always been. Okay, so it's always been that thick. Also, so we've got the thickness on the chin right here, the ridge, the Superman look. Then we got the thickness right here going all around a horseshoe. And then check this out, ladies and gentlemen. So my old jaw didn't have these two bones right here. You see these ones going right here and here? They didn't have that. They had one, and it came down, and it came on the outside of the jaw, outside of the skull. But right now, both are underneath, like predominantly underneath. There's no ifs, ands, or but it. Ifs, ands, or but it. Ifs, ands, or about it. You know what I mean? Look at that. So again, more protection. This ridge, this arch, is protecting the mandible. Okay? The jaw. Beautiful. And what else has happened is look at this tooth right here. Okay? That's the third molar. It's just sitting there all comfortable now. Okay? Well, that's your wisdom tooth. Okay? I think there's going to be more changes, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be my first series on the human skull. I'm going to come back to this series in about probably 2-3 months and redo it all. Probably in one video, though, because there's going to be more changes. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. At least, I would say at least 10 more years of changes. Who knows what's going to happen. All positive, though. But listen, I don't know. Like, should the teeth... These are wisdom teeth. I think the jaw got bigger down here and longer. I think it got longer than came up. That's why we're seeing this extra one. I just don't remember seeing two there. The jaw getting longer and then there being two makes a lot of sense. Look how much power there is here now. I bet you. Oh, and watch this. Guys, you see this bone here? This tooth-looking bone? Okay? Well, that's what you call a process. I think it's called the styloid process. Here. That's a brand new one to me. A process. Oh yeah. Well, this one is a slender. Here, I'll just read this. The styloid process is a slender pointed piece of bone just below the ear. It protects down and forward from the inferior. Projects. I can't even read. It projects down and forward from the inferior surface of the temporal bone and serves as an anchor point for several muscles associated with the tongue and larynx. So process is an attachment, okay, for ligaments and muscles. I'm going to turn on this feature. Now watch this. Watch here and then watch this bone. They're going to connect. I love this program. Me loves me guns. Here, watch this. Watch this. Where is it? There we go. Watch. Okay. So this bone's brand new, the hyoid bone. So let's talk about that before we jump into, because it's a really small bone, not much to it. Basically, this bone is protecting your larynx, your voice box, which is the same thing. Your larynx, voice. Wait, are they the same thing? It's been a while, guys. Sorry, hold on. Larynx, commonly called the voice box. Yeah. So it's protecting your larynx, it's protecting your airways, your windpipes. Hold on. I can't remember how the veins ran in the neck, so I'm not going to say the veins. Okay, but yeah. When you slash your throat by accident or on purpose, this is like ting ting on guard. Ting 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 ting. You lose. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. So look. See these processes right here? Styloid, they got ligaments attached to it. So that ligament is attached to the process, which is attached to the jaw. Okay? That process is brand new to me, especially when I look at the jaw. It stood out. 2 weeks ago when I decided to do this whole series, I was like, okay, let's take a look at the skull. Boom! I was like, oh shoot, can't wait to talk about that. So here we are. It's an attachment for ligaments. Alright, you can see them both here. One attaches to the jaw, the other one attaches to the hyoid. And wow, that is really cool. I still don't understand the benefits of that or what why they have ligaments on there, but like I said, man, I didn't understand this part right here. See this? See all these holes? Well, you got nerves and vessels running through there. But I still don't understand what that's for, but you know, it's probably because our bodies are still growing and changing, you know. So I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. 20 minutes right on the button. All right, thank you very much. I love you guys so very much. I just showed you a whole bunch of positives, ladies and gentlemen, a whole bunch. Okay, please, if you're watching a video, again, I know I repeat this a lot, but it's utterly important. Okay, here, let me try and close this. It's being difficult. If you're watching a program and you're getting anxious or fearful, stop, because fear breeds anger, breeds a lot of negative stuff, and anybody who's doing that is willingly or unwillingly doing it, and either way it's bad, so it must stop immediately. Okay. We need to give this guy a name. Let's name him. What should we name him? And no, we're not naming him Mandela. Let's give this guy a name. Alright, leave a name in the comment section below. So basically that's it, man. I just showed you. Okay, well, first off, I don't know what the positive is between the connection of the ligaments to this bone, other than that bones always need to be attached to another bone by certain ligaments or muscles. That's the only thing. It's like, hey, I'm a bone, I need some kind of attachment, please. I still don't understand that part, but like I said, we're new to this, so just got to do some research, and I'm sure some people who are watching are going to tell us, so please educate us. And also talked about how powerful the jaw is now. It's probably as strong as a pit bull's. No, not as strong, but damn, competition, yeah, we went over the ridge, the impact. Oh yeah, so here, watch this part. I'm not even done. Sorry. So you see this part right here, the separation or the connection between the bone. Now, could you imagine smashing your face right on this side? This is gonna enable the bones to slide against each other up and down and absorb that shock, so it doesn't break. Could you imagine if this wasn't there and then this was, no, it would crack the first time it fell. You fell. No, this is gonna stop that. So that just shows that that's what it's for, in my opinion. Yeah, man, look how it's designed all the way around. It's designed to slide. So I wanted to show you guys that. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Something new that's kind of new to me is I don't know what this nub is for yet. If you guys want to take a crack at it, be positive about it. Don't tell me it's a detonation button to blow our heads up, please. Oops, that just gives someone an idea. Like, comment, subscribe, yeah. Anyways, love you very much. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're enjoying this series. Please share this with anybody who's in the medical world, and yeah, and be open about the Mandela Effect. I know this might not be new to you, but it's new to me, and that's what the Mandela is about, right? So love yourself, love your neighbor, and I love you guys, right? Lone Eagle 112358. Peace. Love you guys. The skull series, okay? I think this is the last video for it. Basically, we're going to finish off with the temporals, with these new additions we have, and the jaw, and the hyoid, and we're going to talk about how each feature is a huge positive. So the purpose of my videos is to show people that the changes via the Mandela Effect are for the better, and to come to this channel and feel a little bit at ease, because I do know for a fact a lot of other channels pump out fear, or they don't know what they're talking about, so it goes straight to fear. They see something, you know, it's just like, you know, it's just like the movies, you know, you don't know what it is, kill it. Well, you don't need to think that way on this channel when you come here. I am going to go through each one of these changes. On the left temporal side, we already went through the skull, the nasal cavity, the holes in the face with all these, like, there's over 80 of them all over the skull. Check out the other videos. The links are in the description, part 1, 2, and 3. So let's get started here. Actually, I'd like to start with this. So the purpose of the video, again, is to show through the human anatomy and geography via Google Earth that everything you see is for the better. It's a bonus. plus. Thank you. Good day, everybody. This is Lone Eagle 112358. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it so very much. I really do. So we're gonna continue on with the human anatomy, and we're gonna finish off. I'm a big goof like that. So basically, listen, my last three videos, you saw how everything was a plus. I just watched a video, like, someone put out a video last night on the, they're using the same program, and they got a bunch of people talking, and they're going through each body part, but they're freaking out over each body part, and I was very disappointed in that. That's exactly what I'm talking about.